When Mark and Lisa first heard about the club, they laughed it off. It was just a wild rumor, an underground place whispered about in hushed voices over drinks with friends. But the more they heard, the more curious they became. It was said to be an exclusive space, catering to those looking for a different kind of experience, one that shattered the mundane routines of everyday life. Their marriage had always been strong, built on trust and understanding, but lately, things had started to feel predictable. Date nights had become routine, conversations about work and bills took precedence over passion, and they both felt the subtle weight of monotony creeping in. Lisa had read articles about couples exploring new experiences together to reignite their spark, and when she jokingly brought up the club one evening, she was surprised to see Mark considering it. "You know, maybe it wouldn't hurt to just check it out," he said, setting his glass down. No expectations, just curiosity. Lisa felt a flutter of excitement. "So, we go, and if we don't like it, we leave?" Mark nodded.
Exactly.
Just an adventure. They spent the next few days researching. The club had strict guidelines, ensuring privacy and comfort for all attendees. It wasn't just a free-for-all. There were rules, boundaries, and a focus on consent. The more they read, the more reassured they felt. The night arrived, and Lisa stood in front of their mirror, adjusting the sleek black dress she had chosen. It hugged her curves just right, giving her a confidence she hadn't felt in a while. Mark, dressed in a crisp dark suit, looked at her with admiration. "You look incredible." She smiled. "So do you. Ready?" As they drove to the discreet location, they felt a mix of nerves and excitement. The entrance was unmarked, just a simple door with a small intercom. Mark pressed the buzzer, and a voice welcomed them inside. The interior was nothing like they had imagined. Instead of something out of a movie, it was elegant and sophisticated, with soft lighting, plush seating, and an atmosphere that felt more like an upscale lounge than anything illicit. They were greeted by a host, who walked them through the rules once more and handed them a pair of gold wristbands, signifying they were new. "Take your time," she said warmly. "There's no pressure here. Just enjoy yourselves." Mark and Lisa walked in, hand in hand, absorbing the scene. People mingled, laughed, and sipped cocktails, their interactions flirtatious, but respectful. There were private rooms, open lounges, and areas designated for those who wanted to observe rather than participate. They found a corner to sit and ordered drinks, taking it all in. "I expected something different," Lisa admitted. "This feels so normal." Mark chuckled. "I know what you mean." They spent the first hour simply talking to other couples. Everyone was open, friendly, and understanding of their hesitation. Some shared their own first-time stories, while others simply chatted about everyday things: work, hobbies, travel. The idea that this place was just about intimacy quickly faded. It was about connection, about trust, and about exploring together. As the night progressed, they moved to one of the lounges where soft music played. Lisa felt a warm energy between them, a reminder of the chemistry they had always shared but had somehow let slip into the background of daily life. Mark brushed a strand of hair from her face, his touch lingering just a little longer than usual. "How are you feeling?" "Excited. Nervous. But mostly, I feel connected to you." He took her hand, squeezing gently. "Me too." They didn't rush into anything that night. Instead, they allowed themselves to enjoy the atmosphere, the thrill of something new, and the deepening of their bond. When they finally left, they walked to their car feeling something had shifted between them. On the drive home, Lisa looked over at Mark. "That was unexpected." He nodded.
Yeah.
But in the best way. Their experience at the club wasn't about what they had originally thought. It wasn't about reckless indulgence or crossing lines they weren't ready to cross. It was about rediscovering something they had forgotten: how to see each other, how to appreciate the excitement in their relationship, and how to step out of their comfort zone together. In the weeks that followed, their marriage took on a new energy. They communicated more openly, shared their desires without hesitation, and found themselves drawn to each other in ways they hadn't in years. The club had been an awakening, not because of what happened inside, but because of what it had sparked between them. One evening, as they sat on their patio watching the sunset, Lisa turned to Mark and smiled. "Do you think we'll go back?" Mark considered it for a moment, then grinned. "Maybe. But I think the best part of it was realizing we don't need a place like that to keep things exciting. We just need to keep exploring together." Lisa reached for his hand, lacing her fingers with his. "Then let's keep doing that." And they did.